let me tell you about Emma, okay? Emma owned a high street clothing store. Her sales dropped. Rent was overdue. She had a bounce back loan. She had HMRC. She had supplier debts. She owed money in rent. She also owed money to the business rates, and she owed money to energy. And she could feel that it was collapsing. But instead of ignoring it, she called us. And here's what we did. Like, we reviewed everything. We got our financials out. We went through that profit and loss and first had a look and go, right, is there any way we can salvage this in its current state? Okay. One of the things that we noticed in there is she had an overdrawn director's loan account of about £35,000. And she'd also took some loans that were personally guaranteed. So we went through things and thought, right, we looked at her financials. She had management information. And we're like, well, does this business have a future in its current guise? And she'd started to sell online and she was doing rather well. And the decision was made, well, the best way to salvage this business is actually to liquidate this high street business. She was in a town that had very little footfall, and sort of resurrect it online. So what she did is we got a valuation done on the stock. And this was clothing. It wasn't really branded clothing. And I think she bought it for about 15p in the pound. So for argument's sake, let's say it was worth 100 grand. She paid 15 grand for it. And that was because an agent had basically said this type of stock at an auction, he believed would raise about £10,000, or a stock buyer would come in and offer 10p in the pound. So she offered 15 grand. The insolvency practitioner was happy with that figure. More importantly, the agent accepted that figure and wrote a letter of recommendation. And she decided to move out the shop. We reviewed the shop for personal guarantees, and we reviewed the shop for PGs on the dilapidations claim. And she managed to walk away from quite a lot of unsecured debt and start again.